Hi, it's your girl Jamila.
And your boy Miles.
And welcome to Lay It on the Line, Battle of the Sexes edition. So today, the topics that we're going to discuss in Battle of the Sexes is based off of our Facebook group. We have a lot of people that comment different things about single women, single men, relationships, and everything like that. But we always do a lot of complaining and hear a lot of complaining, but there's never really no solutions, or there's never a chance where somebody can actually specify, well, what is the problem? So today we're going to kind of just, you always hear from me and Miles, but today you're going to hear from different women that are, bring different things to the table. And we have our special guest Rio back with us again, but we have a newcomer, Mr. Derek, so that you can get perspective from a man's point of view. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna jump right into it, and we're gonna talk about like different things, not just like what you're looking for in a relationship, but maybe when you was in a relationship, what could you have done differently in that relationship that could have made it last. So just by a show of hands, is anybody on this panel married? No, so nobody's married, everybody's single. And I know, like, you always hearing people talk about, well, it ain't no good women in the world, it ain't no good men in the world. Well, I hand select everybody that's on here, so I feel like these are people that will be beneficial today, and we just gonna jump right into it.
You hand select me too?
Well, yes, you on the show with me. If I didn't think that you had value to bring, you wouldn't even be here. So that's why I come back every week with you, because I know that you are what they call it now, high value. What is a high for y'all? They say, oh, all these women looking for a high value man. What does high value mean for you, or is high value even something that is important to you?
I think high value is a man that tries their best, they're honest, God-fearing, have your best interest at heart, and they make you feel safe. And I think that's what high value is.
That's a good one there.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a good one there. Man will like you forever.
What y'all think?
I don't normally
That's a man,
that.
not high value.
I would say I don't normally use that terminology.
So what's your definition of high value for a man?
I just really don't use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it don't even have a meaning to you.
It doesn't really have a meaning to me.
Just a good man is what you see.
Yeah, it's just like, and even good is subjective, but it's like, I know what's good for me, but what's good for me may not be good for the next woman.
Gotcha.
And so I look at each man for who they are and what they bring to the table and how that aligns with what I'm looking for.
So it's all relative.
It's all relative.
Okay. Brandy, what about you?
I think the high value man term comes from some bullshit. Basically, how am I to say what a high value man is? What's a high value woman?
Yeah.
So for me, for a man to get along with me, he would have to be very intelligent. I find that valuable. I find honesty valuable. I find being a strong suit in who you are very valuable. I find being a leader being very valuable. So it's just kind of like, I find certain characteristics high value, and certain ones I find on the lower scale. What I would want is on the higher scale, so to say. So I just think that it's some bullshit. It's really what aligns with you, like she said.
Yeah, got it. All right.
Yeah, I agree. I don't use the term high value. I think that's like some ego, misogynistic term that males made up to make themselves feel kind of high and mighty. Like both of them said, I just kind of go based off of your values, if we align with each other, the respect that you have for yourself, the respect that you have for women, your integrity. That's how I kind of look at a man as value. If you're a man who sticks to your word, if you're self-aware, intelligent, things like that. So if you don't bring any of those values to the table, then I wouldn't say high value, but
if they don't bring that, they probably gonna bring every value to the table.
But that goes back to me with a female saying she a bad bitch or bad this.
But that is kind of the same. Like like
you know what I'm saying.
A woman being a baddie is the same as a man saying I'm a high value man.
But your ego big or something like that.
But
my thing is,
I don't think it's a bad bitch. Is just a look. To be honest.
Well, see, that's true.
It's your interpretation of it.
But some people use it in ways they feel it because they handle their own business. This is I mean, at the end of the day, you're supposed to take care of your business. If you want to survive and get somewhere in life, you got to do that regardless.
Exactly. So you're not doing nothing that's not already supposed to be done.
Exactly. So, and it's nothing wrong if you feel that way about it, but when you label yourself as a bad bitch because you handling your business on certain levels, well then, hey man, that's cool.
Then you want to mess with somebody that aligns with that part of you that you hold a strong suit. So if to me, bad bitch, okay, you got your hair done, you probably pay all your bills, you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to be a good mama. You're supposed to be financially apt. You're supposed to have good credit. You're supposed to be doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to make yourself a good match for somebody else. So I don't feel like rewarding somebody just for being who they are. I mean, you're supposed to do that.
Same.
Giving special accolades
for adulting.
Anything. I mean, you can label yourself son of the ball. Why you label yourself a bad bitch? That's my whole
like
thing.
What is a bad bitch?
So what would you describe as, like how I'm asking him about a high value, so high value woman or a bad bitch? What would that mean?
Well, first of all, I want a queen.
This
I'm
guy.
gonna be straight up. I want a queen. I don't want you to be labeling yourself no bad bitch. I want you to be a queen. I want you to be a diva.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To walk and step and move as a diva. Your action speaks for themselves.
So what does that look like?
A person that walks in the room, they don't have to say nothing. They action speaks for themselves. Just like it ain't no different between you see us men, you see they gotta let a person know what they doing, what they got. Let them know what, like everything gotta be known what it is. That don't have to be long. Like your present don't speak for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got so many people, so many cats that like they see a woman, they might see a woman look nice and might get intimidated, don't know how to approach or might know what to say to her. So a lot of time they go to speaking on what they doing, what they got, what they have. That ain't at the end of the day. So it's not like you trying to sell yourself to her to buy her, because that's what you seem like you're doing. You're soliciting yourself to get her to come on your team, to convince her to say, hey, I got all this here, won't you get on with me? Versus to approaching her and just having a conversation with her and see where y'all feel at with each other, if y'all vibe off that. And then from there, y'all grow to whatever it is. What you got can better me, what I have can better you, and we can grow together. Now we moving, now we're a strong, powerful, now we're a powerful team. You see
So that's what it look like to you, like when you see somebody.
Is a lot of times men stake who they are on what they have.
Yep.
And I can't say that that's not always perpetuated by women as well, because there are a lot of women out there that place value on men because of what they have and not necessarily the content of their character. So they don't present with who they are, they present with what they have, because that's what they have found to be attractive to people in the past.
I really do. I would like to speak in this space. I have, and I did date someone that didn't have much to offer, and I didn't really care about that.
Yeah.
But after that experience, I tried to help him, and I tried to help him generate different revenue streams. He's very talented. He could draw, he could cut hair, he could do all these things, and he didn't want to do anything. And that is when I learned he really has to want it. There's no amount of begging or cheerleading I can do. And so after dealing with him, I am very concerned with what someone has. I am very concerned. I would not date anyone just based because they're nice and they don't have anything to offer support. I can't do it. And I even question myself, why did I do it in the first place? My dad took care of my mother until she decided she wanted to work. Then things got kind of funny because then he wanted to pass the bills off on her, but that's another topic. And my brothers, they really do pay the majority of the bills in their household. So I thought to myself, I wasn't even raised like that. I didn't even see that. Like, why would I get with this guy and try to help him and build him up?
It's a savior complex.
You know what, girl? I just needed that experience.
Or just like, I
don't have it anymore.
We may see potential.
Girl. And that's
or
what
we may see something and say, I see
I saw
what you have in you. Let me help you.
Okay.
Because maybe all you need is just a little bit of
Some motivation.
push.
So one key thing I would like to share is that I saw so much potential in him, but what I had to realize is a lot of people have potential they will never realize.
Come on. And
I have a lot of unrealized potential.
Yes.
So if I haven't and I'm sitting on it, I have to want to realize that.
Absolutely.
Well, I think too, us transitioning from in our 20s and maybe even at some point in our 30s, it was okay to date potential, because there's that time to growth and to grow and to build together. But when you get into your 40s and beyond
Yeah.
have a Build-A-Bear. You're not looking for Project Boo
Yeah.
at our age.
You want to be out there and have your building, your
Yeah.
ducks
So
lined
what do
up.
y'all hear, the men, when y'all hear these ladies say that?
Which part?
What everything they just said. Was it too much?
No, it's not. It was just different pockets.
Well, yeah, just feel
Yeah,
that. Feel
just-
what they're saying.
What did you hear? What did you hear when you heard what they just said?
Well, I think somebody said something about high value being subjective. Yeah, so when I hear, high value, I automatically think of a guy who's high demand, like a guy that every woman wants. Or majority of them. It ain't got to be every woman, but if 85% of women want him, he's high demand. So when I think of high value, that's what I'm thinking
You
of.
tie high value to high demanding?
Yeah.
Okay.
I run them parallel.
Okay.
But like somebody was saying, it could be subjective because a man could be high value to that specific woman. You know what I'm saying? Whether he might be just a good man, he's a provider, protector, a family man. He might be church going. All the things that she likes make him high value to her.
And that's
Yeah.
how I described it.
Right.
High
Even though it might not
value
be
to
to somebody else, but to her, he's high value. This my guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just tie those, high value runs parallel with high demand. He's a high demanding guy.
And but everybody had their opinion to feel that way though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like you say, nobody want to build nobody. Nobody shouldn't have to, we need to, if we're going to come together, we need to take what we got together and put it and come up with something even more bigger. If I'm buying into real estate, you buying it, well, goddamn, it's time for us to buy corporation buildings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time for us to go together, put our brain together. But sometimes, you might not vibe with that person. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's another thing that can be in there. So, because that person got it going, you got it going, but I mean, y'all might mix. So if it ain't no chemistry there, it's gonna crash at all time.
So with that being said, I have a question. Do you guys feel like you attract what you want or what you're attracted to?
Nobody. I think everybody doing. Some people don't.
I think it's 50.
I think it's a 50-50 thing on that. Yeah, because it can be, because looks can be deceiving. Some people can have you have people who got guys that got conversation. They got some conversation for you. You be like, this boy be getting.
So are you attracted to a bullshitter because that's what you attract?
I'm not attracting no damn no man.
No, not you in general. I'm saying like what my question was.
Yeah, I mean the woman.
Do you attract what you are attracted to? So like, for example, I might attract mama boys.
Yeah.
What about me? Every time I go out to date somebody, the man that finds me attractive is a mama's boy. But I might not be attracted to mama boys. I might be attracted to thugs. I might be attracted to a businessman. I might be attracted to an aggressive man.
So that's
What's the fine mama boy?
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that was just an example. I just threw it out. I don't think I attract mama boys, but there are mama boys. But to define mama boys, Tyler Perry had a movie where this girl was dating a guy, and every time you turn around, this guy was picking up the phone, talking to his mama. Mama said, "You gotta come to church." I gotta go to church. What movie was that? She was messing around with a man, but her son didn't know it. The mama was,
Wrong.
always
mad diary.
So that guy that was in there, that is the true definition of a mama's boy.
Yeah, that's crazy. But sometimes you gotta understand this too. People say they want a thug, but some cats that's portrayed to be thugs ain't thugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people that claim to be businessman ain't businessman. So you gotta know, you gotta distinguish. You know what I'm saying? And you as a person, that's when you gotta know, you gotta have wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta pick up on when game is being ran or what is spoken. Because then if a person come to you and say something what they got, if you know you got wisdom, then you ask certain questions to distinguish if they really about what they saying. If they not, then say, hey, I don't know who you think you're talking to. But sometimes you just gotta sit back and play the field. You let a person talk themselves. If a person keep talking, they gonna talk themselves until they are who they are. You feel what I'm saying?
At this age, we need to we've gotten to where we're a lot more superficial in what we attract and who we find ourselves attracted to. And so it's getting past that initial physical attraction and really getting to the nitty-gritty of who that person is before we realize if it's really somebody that we're attracted to or not. And a lot of times at this age too, though, especially as women, maybe not so as men, we're in such a rush to get to the next level that we overlook a lot of things that are really important trying to get to that next level of relationship because with this person that we are physically attracted to where we overlook a lot of the little things that we really want and that we really need in a relationship to really build and grow, the important things. And so as far as do I feel like I attract what I'm looking for, I have RBF. I've been trying to work on that. And so I find myself a lot of times, because I think because my eyes are hooded and my eyebrows are heavy, that I kind of walk around with a scowl. So I'm not approachable.
Okay.
So I don't get approached.
So that plays a big role in dating as well.
Huge.
You know, if you're not approachable and you seem mean or mad, that might be the reason.
Yeah.
That
I'd like to speak on something that Miles said, and Capricia.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Miles did say, you know, when you meet someone, you can just let them talk and see who they are, and you can call them on the things that don't seem very straightforward or wrong. And one of the things Capricia said is that, you know, sometimes we want to get to this next level, so we overlook a lot of things as we're in that process. And I just, from all of my experiences, and when it comes to dating, I don't really want to start off dating or with the intentions of dating. I don't want you to have your hand on the small of my back. I don't want you whispering in my ear. I don't want you trying to kiss me right here. All of it. I just want to get to know you as a person and who you are first. And then if we can even just hold a conversation, and if we're compatible and with no expectations, then maybe we can see if we date. Then maybe. But I'm not looking for anything. I'm not against it. If it came, if a man found me and approached me, I'd definitely be open to it. But at this point in my life, I have peace in my singleness, and I'm not rushing anything. The only thing I really want is to truly be friends and get to understand who you are, because I understand that if I want to rush it and get to the next level, that may be why it always fails. Because as we progress, those cracks get bigger and bigger.
Did you always feel that way, or did something happen, or did you just get older and start to feel that way?
I've just had so many experiences to where in the beginning it was great, and I think we both put our best foot forward. I think, you know, a lot of times, you know, maybe we go out and I think he's handsome and he thinks I look good and we're saying the right things and, you know, we're having this great time. But at the end of the day, you know, I don't know, 8 months in, we're arguing and he thinks I'm a bitch. And it's all because he didn't take the time to really get to know me, and I can't fault him. It's because we're not taking our time just to get to know people as individuals.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's where I am with it. Like, I don't want to date. I don't even know you. So we don't need to date with the intention of seeing what this could be. We just need to be friends to see if we can even hold a decent conversation.
Yes. I have adopted that same philosophy when it comes to dating. I'm more concerned about the friendship first, because I found out that when you build a friendship first, you know if you actually like that person. So many times, just like you said, you get 6-7 months in and you're just like, who are you? But you have to get past that representative. And a lot of times, if you're not walking into the situation trying to be anything serious, you're just being friends, you'll get past the representative a lot faster than you will otherwise.
Because there's no expectations.
There's no expectations. It's just like, I just want to be friends.
No. Yeah, but back on the signs, that play a lot of role.